All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of tonight's talent show. We are going to end it with our last performance, Kids Decorating the Christmas Tree. Let's give them a hand.
All right, so one of my other talents too is teaching. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about Christmas and what it means as a Christian. So you guys can go ahead and start decorating. Just hand out my nifty cellular device that has a microphone. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to teach you guys about is the Christmas tree. During the 15th century, the faithful began to erect trees in their homes on December 24th, which was the feast day of Adam and Eve. About the year 1500, Martin Luther, inspired by a snow-covered fir tree, brought a small tree indoors and decorated it with candles in honor of Christ's birth. By the 18th century, the custom of decorating a Christmas tree was well established in France, Germany, and Austria. Thus, the Christmas tree represents the original tree of paradise, the burning bush which spoke to Moses, the branch of Jesse from which Jesus was born, and the life-giving tree of the cross of Christ. Because it is green year-round, the evergreen tree represents hope. Its needles and its narrow crest point upward, turning our thoughts toward heaven. Because the tree is cut down and then erected again, it is also a symbol of Christ's resurrection. The candy cane is what I'm going to teach you guys about next, as Johanna has. The candy cane is shaped like a shepherd's crook, reminding us that Jesus, the Good Shepherd, came into our world at Christmas. The red stripe symbolizes Christ's sacrifice, and the white background his purity. The candy cane reminds us of Isaiah's prophecy of the suffering servant who was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and that by his stripes we are healed, Isaiah 53:5. The candy cane is meant to be broken and shared, just as Jesus' body is broken and shared. The next thing is the wreath. Now, not a lot of people think of the wreath as like a Christmas time. Some people hang it on their doors, and other people, just don't do anything with it. But the wreath combines several Christmas symbols, including holly. You can put holly on it, fruit, mistletoe, the evergreen of the wreath, tinsel. Some people put tinsel on it, which all retain their symbolism on the wreath, so they all have different symbols. The word wreath comes from an Old English word which means to twist, so hence the twisted evergreen. Greens twisted in a circle made crowns for kings, military leaders, and athletes. Because wreaths, due to their circular shape, symbolize eternity, the circle of life, and endless hope, they began to be used at Christmas and hung. Because a wreath has neither beginning nor end, but it is a continuous circle, it symbolizes God himself, who has no end. The donkey is in the Christmas story, so I thought I would include that too. Christians traditionally think of the donkey as the beast who carried Mary and our unborn Lord to Bethlehem. But the donkey is also part of the nativity, as well as an animal who witnessed Christ's birth. Donkeys are slow, methodical, and strong animals. Sometimes strength of character and slow persistence are just the traits needed to bring Christ to someone who is not particularly interested in knowing him. We've all been there before. The second to last thing is the Christmas candles and Christmas lights. Now, a lot of us put Christmas lights on our Christmas tree, or some people in their homes have candles in their windows. So candles and Christmas lights represent Christ, who's called the light of the world. It says, I am the light of the world. No follower of mine shall ever walk in darkness. No, he shall possess the light of life. John 8:12. The light shines on in the darkness, a darkness that did not overcome it. John 1:5. Candles and Christmas lights are reminds us that we are to be light to others, to show them the way to Christ. And last but not least, gifts. For many people, gifts define Christmas. We're all rushing around, we're all gathering up all of our Christmas goodies and trying to pick the perfect gift, or going out on Christmas Eve the last minute to get that special something for someone, or that's someone that you might have forgotten on your list. But the gift, they focus on the giving and receiving of gifts instead of our greatest gift, who's Jesus Christ, who gave himself to us at Christmas. The wise men who brought their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to honor the infant king in Bethlehem's manger have inspired the concept of giving gifts at Christmas. God gave us the most wonderful gift that we could ever receive on Christmas Day, and that was his son, Jesus Christ. And if you don't know who Jesus is, I just implore you to seek out one of the people here that go to this church, P. Bob or Deanna, so that you guys know the saving grace that comes from Jesus Christ himself. Because that's what this season is truly about. But I hope that my knowledge has been imparted to you to share just a little bit about why we do some of the things that we do. But it's all about Jesus, and so we should all give him the glory and honor and praise.
Let's give it up one more time for the kids decorating Christmas tree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2012 BCC Talent Show. Let's give a nice, big, warm round of applause for all of our participants, all of our performers. Let's give them a nice round of applause. And as I said, the silent auction table will be open for the next 5 minutes or so, so go ahead and take a look again through that table and see if there's anything that you would like to bid on. And I hope you guys... I'm not part of the talent show. So I hope you guys have a great night, fellowship, and God bless.